Kenapa bangsa Indonesia tidak mau dikatakan bangsa yang serumpun dengan Malaysia dan Singapura? Hal ini yang seringkali menjadi perdebatan di antara ketiga negara. Perkataan serumpun tentunya memiliki kesamaan di antara bangsa, baik bangsa Indonesia, Malaysia, dan Singapura. Akibat banyak kesamaan inilah sering terjadi pengakuan budaya, makanan dan lain-lain. Beberapa waktu yang lalu kita banyak mendengar bahwa Malaysia sering mengakui kebudayaan milik Indonesia diakui sebagai milik Malaysia, seperti batik Indonesia, keris, dan tari-tarian Indonesia. Reok Ponorogo pun pernah diklaim oleh Malaysia sebagai budaya dari Malaysia. Padahal kebudayaan tersebut semua berasal dari Indonesia. Hal-hal semacam inilah yang sering membuat bangsa Indonesia marah. Baru-baru ini terjadi kembali, Malaysia dan Singapura mengklaim bahwa cendol berasal dari Singapura. Malaysia pun kemudian bereaksi bahwa cendol berasal dari Malaysia. Padahal kita semua tahu bahwa cendol berasal dari Indonesia. Berikut ini reaksi yang kami ambil dari channel Tren Publika. Dengan judul Singapura dan Malaysia berebut mengakui cendol berasal dari negaranya masing-masing. Selamat mengikuti.
Hai guys, jumpa lagi. Kali ini kita akan membahas liputan yang menarik mengenai asal mula Cendol Dawet. Liputan ini dilakukan cukup mendalam oleh media Singapura. Liputan itu bermula dari sebuah artikel berbahasa Inggris yang menyebutkan bahwa cendol berasal dari Singapura. Nah, hal ini menjadi heboh karena orang Malaysia pun mengklaim bahwa cendol berasal dari Malaysia. Yuk kita simak videonya.
Now, cendol would normally be a dessert that elicits emotions of joy and refreshment, if not for this article in CNN. On November 2018, this innocent enough article listed desserts from different countries in alphabetical order. You have Apfelstrudel from Austria, you have baklava from Turkey, Black Forest cake from Germany, and everything sort of seems to be in order until cendol from Singapore. So we made the list. Yay, great. But the bad part here is, not everyone agreed. Almost immediately, there were strong reactions from across the causeway. This being the internet, of course there were comments. Let me read some of them for you. One reader chides CNN Travel saying you should be more sensitive about the culture in this region. Cendol is not from Singapore. Another Malaysian reader says this is a horrendous claim that it is terribly inaccurate. And yet another Malaysian took to Twitter to declare, don't mess with Malaysian food. Cendol is from Malaysia, not Singapore. But in the midst of the ruckus, another spanner was thrown into the works. Quite a few readers said that the fight really isn't between Singapore and Malaysia. Cendol actually came from Indonesia. So did Indonesia invent cendol? And if they did, why are the Malaysians laying claim to this dish as their creation? Was it shoddy journalism? Or is cendol Singaporean as the article says? Now, however this food fight ends, I think it's going to be a yummy investigation. Malaysia think cendol is theirs. Do they have proof they invented the dessert? To find the answers, I'm traveling to Malaysia. So we're starting in Malacca because of all the places where cendol is well known, it's got to be Malacca. I mean, for good reason too, right? Besides the green jelly and the santan or the coconut milk, the other crucial ingredient in cendol is gula Malacca. And it's literally called Sugar of Malacca. If you are a visitor to Malacca, you got to come to Jonker Street. Everyone visits this place. Every single turn, you will find shops selling cendol and gula Malacca. Many of the cendol stalls here are Peranakan. They're known for their deep green cendol made fresh by hand. So I think the Peranakans would be the best people to find out why cendol is so important to Malaysia. Madam Kiao Cendol is an icon in Malacca. The family business has been around for 2 generations, and I'm here to meet owner Cassandra Koh.
The pandan leaf and of course the addition of cendol leaf.
I have no idea what cendol leaf is.
Come, I show you. This is the one. So we get the dark green color from this leaf. Don't have any smell.
Very nice, very green, right? The green color is very...
Have a try of my cendol.
The texture is slippery, chewy, but with a little bit of resistance, not mushy at all. Why do you think cendol is so important in Nyonya culture?
3 main main occasion Peranakan will serve cendol. One is when we pray ancestor. Then if we have any happy occasion like marriage or shop opening, then we will definitely serve cendol as one of the desserts.
Is cendol from Malaysia, right?
I would say cendol is originally from Malaysia. If I'm not mistaken, cendol also announced as a heritage dessert, one of the heritage dessert in Penang and also Malacca. That's why most of the tourists, when they come and visit these two places, they will definitely look for cendol.
Right, so since you are Nyonya, did Nyonyas invent cendol?
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Itulah guys, penjual cendol di Malacca tadi meyakini bahwa cendol berasal dari Malaysia. Selain di Malacca, katanya cendol juga terdapat di Penang. Tapi penelusuran media Singapura tadi belum selesai. Yuk kita lanjutkan lagi ya.
That's a bit of a dead end. Our owner near Kuala Lumpur can confirm if cendol indeed has Persian Indian roots. Hello boss, can we have 2 cendol please? Oh, thank you. Look at this.
It's an overflowing cup of
How long has the cendol business been with your family?
My grandfather, my mom's dad started it in 1930s.
1930s.
Are you the oldest cendol stall in Malaysia?
I think so. Because we are doing because I'm already 3rd generation.
Where did your grandfather, who began this business, learn how to make cendol?
We used to live in Lorong Jawa, that's nearby here, Jawa. It used to be occupied by Javanese people. He learned the trade from them because this cendol originated from Java.
What do you think of the similarity with Faluda?
And then the jelly inside the Faluda?
They use normal jelly.
Not starch and...
No, normal jelly colored jellies.
So 100% Faluda and cendol no lay.
I can confirm that.
As far as you know, right, does cendol in any sort of form exist in India?
No, in India they don't like the smell of the pandan.
Interesting. Okay, you got it for the horse's mouth. There's no link there, but your grandfather learned it from a Javanese, while living in the Javanese community. Just answer as honestly as possible. Where is cendol from?
From what my father told, it's from Java.
If Java is the origin point of this dish, then it's off to Indonesia I go. Bye, see you later. Java!
Sebentar guys, cendol juga sempat diduga berasal dari Persia atau India. Tapi penjual cendol di Malaysia tadi menyebut bahwa cendol berasal dari Jawa. Jadi asal mula resep cendol di Malaysia adalah berasal dari keturunan Jawa di sana di zaman dulu. Kita lanjut lagi ya guys.
Java!
Indonesian culinary expert William Wongso was interviewed by the Jakarta Post when the CNN article started the fight between Malaysia and Singapore over the origins of cendol.
Hello, I'm William. It's been a while. Wow, what have you
Yes.
prepared here?
So this is what I recreate Indonesian dessert.
Some parts of this are familiar to me.
Yes, it's cendol. Cendol is known internationally. The other word, you know,
What is the other word?
Dawet.
Dawet.
Yeah, I came from East Java. We name it Dawet. It was written in the Centini letters like 300, 400 years ago. They mentioned about this Dawet issue.
But the Centini Letters is a collection of Javanese teachings that depict events in East Java in the 1630s. Dawet was mentioned in these letters.
Okay, so they already existed in Indonesia at that
Yes,
point.
along the hundreds of years.
By 1866, there was already a recipe for dawet published in an East Indies cookbook. These provide evidence to the fact that cendol was already being enjoyed in Indonesia as early as some 400 years ago.
Basically, cendol and dawet, are they the same thing?
Principle is the same thing, except now everyone has their own secret composition. I don't know who is making original dawet anymore because everybody interpret differently. But I'll do my version of.
Right now? I would have been satisfied with this, but William says he knows someone else who can trace Indonesian cendol even further back.
Go to Fadli Rahman in Jogja. He is a historian.
Okay.
He will give you more clue historically.
Menarik ya guys, William Wongso menyebutkan bahwa cendol berasal dari Jawa Timur. Cendol dawet juga sudah disebutkan dalam surat Centini ratusan tahun silam. Cendol juga sudah dimasukkan ke dalam kamus Belanda. Yuk kita simak lagi ya.
As far as we can see and taste, Dawet is cendol. And they both come from Java about 400 years ago. Flavor is also a bit different. How would you know that cendol or Dawet is from Java?
We can trace it from an old Japanese manuscript called Kakawin Krishnayana that wrote by Putri Guna in 12th century from the Kediri Kingdom in Java. Cendol or dawet often involved in the Japanese ceremonies such like adodo dawet in the wedding ceremony and also in rituals such like the ceremony of 7-month pregnancies of a woman.
7th month.
Yes.
In fact, the word cendol was recorded in a Dutch dictionary, then spelt as jendol, as Indonesia was once a Dutch colony.
Jendol or jendol is meant swollen.
Swollen?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
a bump?
Yeah, it's kind of like a bump, and the grain is like a swollen.
To see this piece of history set within Indonesia's culture, Fadli is taking me to a local wedding.
Ing mriki dipunwontenaken denika dodol dawet ingkang punika ingkang supados samangke dados lumampah kanthi sae.
We're attending this celebration in the outskirts of Jogja, where a centuries-old tradition called Cendol Dawet is still practiced.
Dodol means selling. It means selling dawet.
So why are they selling dawet in a wedding?
This symbolically reflects the philosophy of the Japanese life. Instead of money, we use the red clay to pay the dawet. This represents the symbol of the earth. Dodol dawet is a reflection of the hard determination and also the readiness of the parents to let it go their sons to build a new life as husband and wife.
So I'm heading home to close the loop and see if Singapore has any last words on Indonesia's claim to cendol. It's back home I go to find out. Singapore has its fair share of cendol stalls, and we have been particularly creative with our versions. So I've learned that this is the oldest cendol stall in Singapore, and I'm about to order one to try it.
Moved here from India, I think in 1910. So he started selling like those push carts, cendol.
And when you say beginning until now, how old is this recipe?
I would say from the 1910s. Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So is there any chance that cendol is from Singapore?
I doubt so. Technically, I think people accept that it's from Java.
Okay. Awesome, I can't wait. Thank you. What is overwhelming, however, is the evidence that cendol is from Indonesia. As early as the 12th century, cendol was already seen in Indonesia, and by the 1800s, it was recorded. They had a recipe, and the word cendol was in the dictionary. Malaysia has a cendol stall that dates back to the 1930s, and Singapore has one that goes all the way back to the 1910s. Both have recipes with Indonesian roots. So I'm very sorry, Malaysia, cendol is not yours, and it's not ours too, Singapore.
Itulah guys, media Singapura menyimpulkan bahwa cendol dawet bukan berasal dari Singapura atau Malaysia. Jadi Singapura dan Malaysia jangan saling klaim karena cendol dawet berasal dari Indonesia. Cendol bahkan sudah ada di kerajaan Kediri pada sekitar abad ke-12 atau sebelum zaman Majapahit. Kemungkinan besar cendol kemudian menyebar ke Nusantara hingga sampai ke Malaysia dan Singapura. Terima kasih sudah menonton sajian kami, sampai jumpa lagi.
Itulah saudara sebuah video reaksi dari tren publika, yang menceritakan orang Singapura dan Malaysia saling klaim bahwa cendol dari negara mereka masing-masing. Ternyata setelah ditelusuri cendol berasal dari Indonesia. Oleh sebab itu kenapa sampai saat ini orang Indonesia tidak mau dikatakan serumpun dengan Malaysia apalagi dengan Singapura. Kebiasaan klaim-mengklaim dari Malaysia yang selalu membuat Indonesia marah. Mestinya mereka menyadari bahwa semua kebudayaan yang ada di Malaysia itu berasal dari Indonesia. Anehnya orang Malaysia seakan masa bodoh dan tidak mau tahu. Yang penting apa yang ada di Malaysia itulah kepunyaan Malaysia. Biarlah Malaysia dan Singapura ribut tentang cendol mereka. Yang penting bahwa cendol itu berasal dari Indonesia. Bagaimana menurut Anda? Silakan tinggalkan komentar yang membangun. Terima kasih.